friend of Busha our papa and my batters at the back channel. So channel I think is Solid TV. And then the Kanya only didn't put subscribe to the channel. I said, over like a page, no one share. Yes, sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. They be made in 7 and then some made the number here. A chain to my a part to my soul. And Timmy says, so you know, I have to be a soon. What to come so here, he said, almost secret him up. And then about the Ghana. Ghana Sikasem. Now, a production at the free Ghana, you are up everything to the internet at our baby of the other. Yet the content in the air tour and Tiarama Universal. Many Ura be ever begin common. Now, your penibia winning day a bar of my Sikasem one. Your friend Ura John, I could see Amponsah. He's an economist, financial, and investment analyst. A copia. The best Kasem or my Sikasem to Tria. Say practical and a theory. So, you have been correct by being Ghana. That could which a man for Ghana acquire more than even 16 channels. I dare not count my acquire for near Shebo said, what the aircon if you move your could be near side. Akum, I know comedy. Opening batch of no more father.
Yeah, media.
Now what to say?
Yamiadum. Honorable Shaibu Lasisi.
But I know that I never be Ghana and Comonia Ghana, Sikasem by the Mina says, I would say, I finance minister about the patch of say Ghana for Empha and Chomana. Babia or minus Sikasem could have much that your name. Okay, the MPP government is responsible. Now, young Fanchone then go into our mode. What is asking me to ask? Ubia, Unim Sikasem to Triano. I have Bonia, the Diche, and I say, I have a call if you never about
Yo. When you are Shaibu Lasisi, Medawasi, any Aquania or the Amami say, Menegana for Asia, and none of Perry. We are seeing in Asia and none of Payina, needing Como and for Ghana, Nimpunto. Medawasi, that Mechia, Sebi, Ubia, or Solid TV, baby. Solid TV, a programmer, ma follow Mukakra, or why are dear, Mosa seeing na me monitor. Na monocre Kenti, a nipa be breed a permasem, and a mesome permasem. Na ene question who say, Finance Minister Asema Nano or Country, Brofum no, Yabekani say, we any panidie, and kaya religion. Kere becheno na akoye sikasem de unpardonable sebe Ghana to me die no nyansa ni ba ko fotiri enu nti ne ma kwan se so obi ahoden ekofoma yen change no na obi foforo so nyadai emra nti obi a no yese amfo ene kire ne nto aso kakra obeye ye no se economy ni ko yi a enka o aggregates ni nyina kaboma ke wo so ma no ahoto kakrabem menka na ahoto complete because unya ahoto ori ase be bia complete se bia ye oka problem bia nyede anyhow however at least no se ye wo Ghana obi dwane afri Ghana ko krofoforo o se be kwa abrochire meanwhile abrochire no all problems na eyeden na abrochire all problems e binum pese ko ho if it's a one macroeconomic indicators is solid
macroeconomic indicators na purchase
ye can macroeconomic indicators na it say doctor e kire said ye yade bi bowa symptoms na tie
okay
oba economy na ye fa economy ni gira hot say dipa okay se wo yare a symptoms be ene ehwe a ye be hu so wo yare
symptoms when it should be
malaria very good enti indicators eniema ben ne kire se Ghana economy no ejira ne naso ana asai eno ne afre no indicators ne ye kan indicators na baako interest rate baako inflation baako exchange rate baako GDP growth ena baako debt to GDP ratio.
Okay.
Okay. Now, say ye be chire we num nyina wo be hu say ahokyere na Ghana fo kom ni nyina no. Eniema miensa bi na contribute to it.
Out of 5,
miensa bi aye great. Very good. So ultimate tackle miensa na system no be relax. Baako ye exchange rate.
Exchange rate.
Yeka exchange rate na. Ubehia Ghana sika dodo sei no nya dollar baako.
Okay.
Fise reasi nyina no international banking no sika ye de agina wo se yemfanya international trade no dollar in edikai. Okay. E wo mu say UK pound eso ni dollar, but still e reasi no per the economy no ye the dollar ni yesusu dia. Enu so na kire ukrom sika ahode nti domestic currency no here no refers to Ghana cedi. Foreign currency no here no refers to US dollars. Enti ebenya Ghana cedi dodo say enya dollar baako, that is the exchange rate. How many cedis okay will exchange for $1?
How many cedis equivalent to $1?
$1. So what they are saying, they say 15 cedis. Now this is the implication. Yes, niyama boa yedin ewo krom. Na niyama ne boa no so koswa se eyedin. Die nti ani se niyama no bebre na ye consume this cattle. Ghana for only the economy.
What the Ghana for only economy? Say your finance minister no.
Okay.
Your economy IMT. So how do you tell us that Ghana we don't own our economy?
Yes, we don't own our economy because economy na kasane legs no your friend sectors. Okay. Uber trader, activities of trader. Okay. Every variable anka wo be kan wo kro no mu bia no de oda no onye sika kese or the lion share in Ghana ni.
Okay, that various sectors.
Various sectors. Nti mammo example. Ko every store in Ghana na hwe ne ma na ewom no. Ene ma no free two sources pe. Baako free Nestle Ghana, baako free Unilever. Nestle Ghana no we Switzerland company. Unilever a UK company. But oba ukroma no the Ghana na so ukro ni din so.
The Unilever Ghana.
Unilever Ghana, Nestle Ghana, they are not for Ghanaians. We are not free one. Most of our malls, no, Kumase mall, very good trade activities near Kosono. One of my yet direct beneficiaries in Ghana for. Direct beneficiaries, they say one of my young fast workers, you know. One of my Ghana for a jewelry no ya abrochiri for your friend of foreign direct investment to no bar or only a greater percent share in the company. What happens is this? I feel no swan. It was so yeah at be a friend CD repatriation. CD repatriation they say me am a be ukrum be ye jumano. My council no niha. My council no wo mi krum. Enti se me be digani in area afeno between January to March. E was say me sika na minya ye nyina revenue na minya ya. E ye me mfa so any sika me pese me de ko me krom no. Me sisa de kro. Meanwhile, Unilever niam an ye the cedis na eto. Enti sika nyina ye in cedis. Enti e was say okoto dollars. Denomination ben wo fa di ato dollar e cedis. To be pin cedis bebre edi akoto dollar kakre e basa e ma dollar no konenim boni friend appreciate na cedi no akonachi boni friend depreciate enti e the pressure e ba beto dollar no so enti e ma demand for dollar e ya busa dollar no e kosoro. And the demand the costra, it gives incentives for higher value. And it's a demand of the dollar na cosro dia. And yet, dear extreme say, see the no will depreciate. A bebanechi na dollar boa be yet.
Okay.
Okay. The other implication, apart from CD repatriation, is say, and Yamano be no source no from an on in ever.
But the be so also on be factories or how more.
I say, oh, yeah, no, the bar, a exchange. The baby ano, a transport. The baby ano, a exchange of the dollar versus cities. Okay, and the everyone say, me a businessman, me a projection for next year. And a marker say, well, time me offer, let's assume, without admitting, say me tea, me dealing in pottery, me a pottery farmer. Okay, but me pottery farmer no, me nye production oha. Me offer free abrochi, ma ba beton, e di ama nkrofo. Enti me offer niema no, sika sen, initial capital sen, and I'm the shame. Okay, na me di says canon ko shame no. Kai say me koto dollar na mde akofa niema no enti se dollar no timi gina baabi e gina na me ba me margin ye fe bi mar MARR mar no kire say e kire minimum attractive rate of return.
Okay.
Every businessman, the least is 10%. Every businessman be a business here or put in mind saying interest saying and a minya wusikaya midira ejumen investment na me enti say investment na me time me kofa eniema na ba no na dollar no say 15 cedis. Okay, yeah, economist there ye wo kwan e be fa so immunize scanner dollar no kosoro kura enkame. But most business people, only accountants, that's the difference between accounting, any economics and finance. Economics. You immunize this canon. You discount it. We discount it from the future to the present. Near any value. Near they are multiplied by the rate of return. Projection between and say, me said the system in the next 6 months, no. Difference between the dollar and the CD CD will depreciate by say 10%. No man work it 10% within the discount factor. Into your formula no man buy binya adienebo.
Okay.
That is an expert. How many people would discount umkweni madekro into one day wakofani man or say me the 10% interest na so. Now and you man be true, exchange rate, a year bruni nisi kanasa appreciated kobe 18 cities. From 15 to 18, how many cities?
3.
By margin of percentage, sa percentage na every sono. Se ordinary J, and finally say or the akukono beji maybe 20 cities per kilo. 3 cities na every sono a rate of depreciation.
Okay.
Oboka. And I'm so your business in Tino. Moka. He will share the cost to the consumer. I'm not saying into also the a bottom. Ebe free, baby, and a free no. Edi according him. I feel the Ebayani say, and near ma, Yedisika, a creframan on the Pia Bob heading. Because CD need depreciate. I'm a dollar no appreciate.
Okay.
When it happens like that, what happens actually is that our CD depreciate not have a negative toll on salaried workers.
Okay.
Remember, you can't economy now. Agents of economy, AMNSA.
Okay. Agents of economy,
AMNSA. A government, central government, or a bako. Corporations, businesses, they are friend household, busia, any individuals. Okay. Say, a dear central government in biano, it will affect the auto adiano, household. In the household, over the employed, the unemployed, and the semi-employed. Okay. Now the employed in Jessica or this car Enam se nneɛma boɔ. The steady increase in the prices of goods and services is called inflation. Okay, until leading to another indicator called inflation.
Okay.
Nneɛma boɔ persistently kosoro. Meba until the inflation aba. Inflation no at the value of nneɛma saa 2000 na wɔgye a month no etimi tɔ so. Na otimi tɔ emo bag dodoɔ sɛn. Let's call a bag of rice 70 cedis. In 2 weeks' time, put on 100 cedis. Enti say 2 weeks' time no say woko to adie na enam say usika no this all the be so no etimi ato sa adie ni ntina ye kan say usika no value no so ate
ye got it e dia na ya na central bank no na central government omo ya etimi de how e bread ada the either the corporation or the household.
Okay. Central government ade a woye friend of policies. Okay. Policy bia or repercussion. Okay. Let's say aban per se oye projects e wo men. Projects na oye ni nyina no the bosian e. 2 projects no so sika o generating internally. No, the two projects no one times 3 on level within the means. So the more the government spend bloated expenses beyond the margin of the unyano, and since I swear the poor man say, "O man cano e costro."
The people that who the man who says, "I want you to my music because." The government is not spending. Obviously, say a ban is spending. We create a contractor's car and it's cancel a barbonton.
Okay. Yeah, Ghana no system of economy now you're running. It's different from Brunei. Brunei friend money supply. Inflation is induced by money supply to Brunei. That means say the more I bind this system no. Now inflation cost. So you get more money chasing fewer goods. It gives incentive to increase price. Tibronica inflation as okay. Yeah, no. And inflation, and money supply, and it lead to inflation. Overspending, it lead to inflation.
I kind of overspend. I said the same.
Overspending, they say.
Sabano,
oh, yeah, bebra. You. Tememufo niema ehia pa ne se ne sika sembe kosoro
na ban so press kan so akofa ma ebe de sika sembe
ebe de na sika sembe kosoro se we inflation ebro single digit inflation. In fact the inflation target according to central bank 8 plus or minus 2.
Okay,
that is the year
normally 1 year de kwa
one year plus 8 plus
8.
Hey, and you can say we do 10, 11.
Single digit.
Single digit. Inti abrochire no. Say we inflation value. Ebro 5% e be to adie so. Aseba me kan. Obia oye finance bia musa bia we ase.
So oye bia prime minister, president. Now
inflation edru Germany kwa de edru 3.5 e be 2.
Onya adie.
Wabon.
Hey, so the guy president before the appointment.
Oh, say na me can say the enim ti na me say finance minister say no unpardonable. You are spending beyond your means.
But why would it be unpardonable? Because we so nearly be because women control also. And then almost blame Russia, Ukraine, COVID-19. Shama who do got is an politician. So I never had you need control also. So how do you tend to blame the government?
You control now canon. In economics, you will cast endogenous factors and exogenous factors. You can exogenous factors here. Enema ebro so. Endogenous enema also control. Krobia on sovereignty. Osa control on the natural resources. So. Krobia will control the gold, the bauxite, the diamond, the lithium, cocoa, and so. However, the policies, say the resources belongs to the people, but they don't have natural owners. Ghana says here cocoa sika ye de toto cocoa no. Cocoa syndicated loan no. Mrofo and a boy bosia.
From Koma pencil for 4 pence if you took the Ghana and more
M1 no who say local people na yes be economic indicators na make household any corporation no ebi was skill aban no policy betimi aka say free na ekro koko na ye koje bosia e wo broni ho ebeto no wodi sisiye free say onu na kire dodo aye mfama no koko yi so ye raw material ye de ye milomie no koko yi ye raw material ye de ye chocolate me ye todie meba na Unilever any Nestle oba okroma nya Nestle na ye milo na dia na kire se Ghana ntini nye milo me busa
bia ke bit mai
broni no be blue skies no so fra bro chire na bai oba ye no raw material no nya na nya ha enti edie ne si Ghana ni kwan se onti industry no nko China not only Ghana for crona business people can boom mami nyusu o papa Kennedy Japan any example only steel company
or start factory
or start factory but plant and where see very good. So how can you tell me
start factory initial come the plan was say and can we start now and everybody export up China
very good
but the pharmaceutical company don't Ghana with demand.
Very good. Enti echire say domestically no market ni e can market ya. Eyemienu your domestic market and your foreign market. Foreign market no the foreign investment here dey. Erem. Yemo papa we honorable Alankojo Chiremati abaso. Why be after African nyina benya one market. What that means ni say kura oni koko obi anim say wiase Ghana any Cote d'Ivoire any ye bako kwa in fact ye toss 3 meba enti se broni se onum koko na Unilever koko Nestle koko na oye wan eto no
yeah de to
ye Ghana ya na eto that's the domestic economy so see your planter ye gigi sika na e to koko no ho e free tememufo no ho a sika no beka ha okay 2 say you process cocoa no e di ye milo a e be compete Nestle milo enti Nestle sika no export no so beti
or repatriate more
of your resources no nko. However, we will have the chance to export ye milo.
Yeah, in dollars
very good. Na another indicators ever no cool down. Sa indicator no your friend no interest rates. Oh said ye help for not 2 year economic analyst untwa de ba ko. Na interest ebebem hwe krona o team no. Interest rate ideally should be a single digit.
I will say a single digit.
Now, a 29.5%.
Almost.
Do you know what it means? After no, Crow 52 and I can't mudi gamebwa. Seko base wo product na wo koton a competitive product. Well, etre say, wuntimi mfa nye bua ebema product na competitive. Because remember say, Togo, any countries be brewo Africa no, one interest rate in a single digit. Into be a single digit inflation no. Nebosia you can't interest here the cost of borrowing. Oh Bob Bosia ya dia insi hono no. Meba enti ono no krom no o koje bosia dia ye milona o Ghana ni o ba be ye bi na ensi hono wo fom unti ben noko eno so ya nada enti say baby ejina no economically no atete Amponsah
but dia Ghana
jina no per my analysis ya me yes is yan Ghana atete Amponsah
because Togo in interest rate there single digit, no?
Yes.
Oh, the other double. And you know what G and the other form.
Very good.
A 10 of million or 10 cities.
Very good.
What all Busana was no.
Yes.
You want to be profit.
Yes.
20.
Very good.
You call after now.
I better not cool down. Very good. Just say product now, you know. Woman needs to control. And remember, my country say Unilever, any Nestle, free Kruben, UK, Switzerland. Also compete with Togo. The chrome inflation so the chrome interest rate so less than 5%. Over there competing over price.
Now, as interest rate inflation, dear near money, yeah, because the financial discipline made a bit my yard.
From number one, I was spending within your means. Projects be bring any sort of room.
But Ghana is a developing country. Half a year school, half a year crime, half a page your book. School says because you want to keep your interest rate down until nothing inflation down. Over Shema, or in the hospital,
Shaibu, familiar president, in a 2 years. Me Busia, me Yapan or me simple. Busame formula.
Now, for the Ghana
Busame formula. Good. Oh, Tona, yeah. Tono.
So, the then rules music.
Oh, forget it. I make a failure idea. So, what can I say? One analyze it. Because me, as an analyst, no project be a me, me work it. Oh, buy me board to project the Guson. Me work here, how profitable plus, okay, or unprofitable minus the project will be before I enter.
Mama found free the ass of failed.
Okay.
Is it because of say politicians or mobile or more for into mobile failure? Because we couldn't have done before the Mamu, John the Money Mama, the former president, who founded the late Mercer. You get these kind of economists. Call for Quaquate, I mean, and the money I can afford that one. Oh, someone, Bama so much.
You, Shaibu, dear woman, said, politician be entering to me.
Also, I can certainly.
Politician be to be every say. So, senior economists do a chira. Your philosophy be a friend of political economy.
Who is Dr. Baumia?
Okay. We're a development economist, but on practicing development economist. Political economy. Okay. And Dr. Baumia, who Jaida, named Dear Kurano, Obetimi, but where he finds himself, he can't.
Then you can go for political line.
Yeah, be, my Ghana phone example. UGCC conferred Dr. Kwame Nkrumah by, but Nkrumah was an industrialist. Okay. Now politics now when interest and you get political economy, the interest favors beneficiaries. One of my data no any favor on. Now 3 year MP minister. More can now you from grassroots as at the end of bar I okay, a woman say an eteto
on your biafa.
Enti grassroots no na se no no. Enti Ghana ni obet na say me grassroots no. Sabi, I pity you. I have been say Tetra, no bifa. Very good. Enti politician is a car. What working any year say, you know, and what they play.
Young now says, we president.
Yes,
that's so man.
Very good. Mammy, two cities, a car. Multiply by the number of cars that ply a stretch of road. So for offense to pay. Kojina says CMA KNUST researchers in kind cars. Obetime 1,000 cars a day. If 1,000 cars are moving in offense alone, then you imagine how many roads and districts we have across Ghana. 1,000 cars, 2 cities. So if you multiply 2 by 1,000 cars a day, the figure is what you make by only one stretch of road, multiplied by the number of roads where we can have tolls a day. Ubenya say. Mathematically, can you see the figure say astonishing? Multiply by 1 month. Tisa to no sika no na adwuma ne say emu tempe ye brilliant ba wona no kwa wofu ntimi mwa won ko school. To me, free SHS, I wouldn't endorse full free SHS because a boy ka. But I would for omuma intimate the necessary requirement of fees. Sending mapping education. Says the cannot 10% will now go to them.
Because all your company say, yeah, show money.
Yeah.
No, be a word you might. You just
say, no say me no saibu. Yes, Ghana yedi. Ghana yedi no. I feel ne be talk as I can see. So a relative Ghana yet yame here for Nesika for dear will go so enjoy from political economy. Into two quite missy road, period. Safa at the forefront. For gold. Gold no. A real say a dear bakwa ne value appreciated with time. Now my main cast in be. Shaibu. I was say a distinguish between rich and wealth. Okay. You can be wealthy. Okay. You see, hey, Shaibu is a wealthy man, but you can be poor.
Who is scarce? I say here. And I want this way.
Yes, because any man who wanna you quantify the money no, and you highly liquid. That means you can't convert in CR into scar. You talk.
But it's a more time.
Who die yen tony says ye pre into your liquid. But will go the neck and one will be a crab gold and never tongue when you for. We are to for Sikato Sika. So money is the highest form of liquidity. Tigana will go to the excess.
But you go to the cat on Abu Kenta say, Anglo good, the other Nemo more. The Ghana percentage, almost 10%, 5%. One of us and yet 35%. Yeah, this can come from.
Leave Unilever, leave Newmont, leave Anglo Good. Put all the Ghanaians who are doing galamsey together and come up with one industry that will employ them all. And give them fat salary. To compensate them for the risk of digging out gold, okay?
But if you do that, you're going to compete with.
You will have to compete.
Compete with Anglo Gold.
Now Anglo Gold do not say won't compete.
All by the contract, or no more sign. Yeah, now they are no.
And none the flare wisdom, no. Wisdom, and no. You will quite be sure over far. SCA Brodia won't know their way. Saibu.
Now yes, I'm not pushing out the Uka Butrias or Sadnana.
What is it?
New money if you are, for instance,
say, only I buy a call contract. Maybe okay, I buy say. Moamoye galam say in am be formalizing it. Kasano. Moamoye galam say in am be formalizing. There may be any. May pedio beti yamame. Kanisi kayemfano 4 billion. Moamowa mumame. Go a bit yamam 4 billion. Says maybe be a bank be solely for mining and natural resource bank. Me a president. Mining and natural resource bank. To be a Muamu was si kakesi and Monfa for mammy. Mofa me be my buying 10%. Namin so much in cancer was a mumra meho. Mumra meho. Fisa Brodino never sign contract say me mean to me. Meba. The mumra meho say, mean support to Monamonye. Amen. Meanwhile, me and I never said them say, Shaibu, Munko come home, who ya mumra me was a buying. Ye per se, ye saying to boy, I buy some 10%, I'm money. I buy dear, I did ya boy free SHS, 10%, Afibia, Muama can munche. Now, ye have a total good to say Anglo go total good, a honor a benyom. Ghana will now be having a reserve of gold. And that reserve of gold, okay, can compensate for your exchange rate. Okay. So what I say, if you say your exchange reserve, now you see this. They say imagine say the gold and a counter dollar. kabede
no na sa Dr. Mamuba me say aniema ma ye petrol wo no cost on fuel wo cost no cities convert dollars e dey akwakoto fuel to the good for oil ba but here we dey go see
for me no chronotatis. How can you measure the value of good? See, I work too good. Your amount can tell me. A better than what I can for Ghanaians. Until I me friend reserve, me boy.
Yeah.
Me say reserve. Bank of Ghana, sika we keep for. I want to buy you become that reserve no should be good. That means you didn't buy so do I go me boy.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, Bank of Oil.
There be fan ko GBB. Very good. Ye de go enti eduru de dia ye beton gold na dollars.
Yeah, free akoto.
So we will now have another stream. Onim de gold fa. Ever China and India. If you have a team, mimo brono no nkofo be. India need to ho onun kwa excavators here 3. Onim one excavator de odije dako. 5,000 Ghana a day or 3.
Today we are close to 50.
Minimum Kurano or clients 20 a day go to Breno every day. Our too good. Uria or this cano ko India. Wakwaba. Imagine say Ghana for neto. Akotona manonia foreign exchange say. And you will go, but you name so check. Ye Anglo gold say, what ye emphasis say? Ye Anglo gold free.
I'm penny another buy or introduce the community mining.
Community mining.
Yeah.
You see, everything you do without an industrial plan will fail.
The community mining fail.
Don't fail, say. Say, the say, industrial plan. You have shareholders. When shareholders are about who are a good. That's all. Now for your community mining, now can say the Shaibu be register, Amponsah be register, we be register. Put them as an entity for making business, and you see how Ghana will flourish. Now listen, Obibia owo memu eye jumano revenues were generating no, and you can my friend GDP. GDP no any government in expenditure. The Shaibu ye, the Chumesi ye. The Amponsah the Kofi Menu ye, Obi Ejuma wo ye na ye ka bomu a even GDP, gross domestic product. Gross actually say ya ka bom ye minus no. So, in economics no ye friend no nominal versus real.
Okay.
Nominal not adjusted for inflation. Not adjusted. Gross no nominal mukasem no accountant for friend no gross. Yeah friend no nominal. Okay, but real no is adjusted.
Ghana man penana kuba or launch program say Ghana beyond 8. Anye and then I'm Ghana beyond 8
Yo. When you made us say ekoba say one launch Ghana beyond 8 year and kay excellent industrial plan. Say Nana Kufuado tin any share 1 district 1 factory. Ediske wure mu ma ye export ewo the second half of the administration ke Ghana ye nu baby a do. Can say is now can oforiata ne kasa obeye budget edichere no. What was it? Obeka say Alan Chematin Trade Ministry Oman 541 million Ghana cedis. Mebwa.
Yeah.
And Oman Napco say 200,000. 2 billion. 2 billion Ghana cedis. And what the man Napco. No abusa say what's the effect?
Sa Napco si kan dey ko tuagu.
Oh, tuagu because
it returns
say a temporary employment. And you offer temporary employment here. What it is, they say, who offer temporary employment? Ade na wo ye na be kwa akopem ba bi unya kapre wo so. Enti wo to skagu. That's what I will say. But senka wo di says kano ekoye 2 billion no industries. What it means is say the industries will expand by margin of interest rate say. So interest rate in a single digit. That means the cost of borrowing is low. So cost of borrowing is low there. Can Japan any OBBRA or industry as part of 1D 1F no can go for loan. Yeah. And what do we go for loans in businesses to do? To grow and expand. And what do we do when we expand? We employ. So we absorb and decrease unemployment rate.
They export to put that also.
Near export to not yenya foreign currencies. Abirem. So we share one of the margins of the economy here. See, minutias is here. Gold. MI 10 billion, okay, dollars. Cocoa, MI $2 billion, okay. Ebru, enye cocoa. Ebru, Emma, Crow, Ukraine now, when you to quiet, say, or non to quentina yebre. Let me make this emphatic point. Say, ye Ukraine, Russia, and to quane dear Druha. Demo Ukraine, Russia, and Tokwano. A external shock that came to expose us to our weaknesses.
Sister, I was going to say,
Messi, Brian Brennan,
Russia, Ukraine,
and a dia basa. Nemo Ukraine, any Russia, and Tokwano. A external shock that came to expose our weaknesses, the weaknesses of our economy. No, San Tokwano never exposed. No, she, Mamin Chobibi. COVID-19 what did you see?
It exposed our health structure.
Apart from your health structure, no, individually, what did you see? One of me who no, as some said they had underlying sickness. Tinekana yari, and a bed ball, and I go and you say a child say but now play political economy, Tino. Now could defend it for say yeah. Any animo kwasiano. So yadieno ame magana one chireno. Yadieno betre said ye Ghana yarefa.
Say and ma president here say yensi agenda 111 the health system nenye na the agenda 111.
That wasn't it. It rather no, he was talking in terms of health infrastructure. Now health infrastructure no a variable for economic growth. Nutrition, health, education, technology, land, capital, and labor equals GDP.
Now Ukraine.
Yes. So Ukraine and Tokwano. Any direct effective biara. So if you say Ukraine ebro keke. Ebro Ukraine afibiano will generate $6 billion from a export.
Also Ghana, $2 billion from cocoa. Now, $10 billion
from gold.
Now Ukraine,
$6 billion from a bronkwa. What does it tell you? It means that Yensa Sena Edida Horno can be used into a policy. Say ye be see another factory. About to Toko Beba, ye better to bro. That policy alone will attract how many people to go into maize farming. So one of records will be in Godo. And a prison will budget for prison, I say. Also 1 city 30 pesos and now 1 city 50 pesos for a prisoner. What is the contribution of the prisoner to the economy? On what it got them? Is that what we are using them for? Negata no dia wo ye ni ngura no untimi charge ne tax emi enfa ntete gatem now for prisoners no nko afonu prisoners so did
as well the prisoners ne ekwafu
as well no prisoners ye adwuma ebi kwa afum sti sector na omo pay growth no ye de obekọ enti yemfa ne say Ghana so atimi a compete with Ukraine okay ama yetimi anya ebro yes sporto Whether a Bruna export to ye 4 billion, mpacho $4 billion no. Ebeka ye cocoa ne diamond no one. Gold no one.
In a way of 10, 12 plus 4, 16.
16, one measure the effect on the exchange rate. Say ye inflow.
4 billion
Abeka so for. So the city would appreciate against the dollar. Simple. Team comes and yeah.
But I come and say, when can I say, is that a Guardian bed economy or crime and criminal economy? And near my structures of year is cocoa, diamond, timber, bauxite, manganese, I quite a muchacho why the export. As a successful government, when your mind say, or making me formalize another product. Very
good. And none of me can say, engineer friend, traditional export commodities. Traditional. The mobile 2 year no one for being council, unye innovative, unye creative. I don't know what's here to Abama. Leader should be innovative, visionary, creative. You are none of them. Why should we vote for you?
Beba, a baby's formula. That's the correct.
Okay.
You credit for Ukraine.
Yes.
Last time I said Ukraine, we talk on and fine.
You so can you boy Adriane Bako?
Yeah.
Winning me say free. Adriane friend winning me no. Free. But what did he do? Unim the idea. Eh bro. Winning me. Yani eja yenya the privilege to stay with our grandmothers in the village, you know. Winning miss Adriane ye highly proteinous from kwada and breastfeeding. Winning miss. The omudi eni. Bro, Adriane no. What to do? Watching in cherry. Watching in cherry what fan katie. What for beans? Watch it. What the afra? What could the kenika? What for yam? When you flour? Kedi. Baby cry dear, almost dense our fra. Now we are the Sichri Kakratu. Adriani no piano qua, a just strong for Akoda breakfast.
A chance I will be out.
Now, Adriana, who be just winning me swap or crown one formula?
Maybe formula than 1 and 2.
None will want to Sarelac.
And I said I can 10 not educated.
Very good. None of the Milo, tin of Milo, 110 cities.
So, sir, all to one of the politicians, you know, like I said, Russia, Ukraine, COVID-19, and the Ghana could be doing that. I external shocks are you getting control. So, how do you see that?
Oh, it's ridiculous to some of us. It's ridiculous. How do you say so? And I'm two me yare, na yadia bana best for some yadia ne comia. I don't make the best say yadia ne buy. What do you want to say? Yadia ne buy.
So, I'm back on Yada that I can
cook. And the chess now on quarter cap, and now quarter cap so now you're found.
Why you be 2 years?
Very good. It will be a whole quarter cap, didn't I? Call lab say, Montreal semi where dear we are. I will be to OCC no nya hepatitis B. I didn't obey. Mpatom checking moja semo hepatitis. Oh, bra wouldn't be dear enemy, and you mean call panier. Yeah. And they say, I dear be back. Some dealing with sickness, you know, in the bed of matrimony. But Ghana as an economy, no. And who say ya fairly? Tinana in national, tin your friend a shop. Every sort to where was all planning for shop, except tsunami.
Okay.
The only thing that is beyond an economy, I your friend a shop, okay, a natural disaster, accidents, and then I say for accident. But oh, me no tea, a bit of a china, may cover Yamin Fasama, na can't quench me. And no, me was so control. The tears is here, a bit of a form pie near Woodham, may also control. These earthquake near dinner, and your friend on natural causes, natural forces for air shop. But the Kenyan economy was so control.
Mr. John Akwesi Amponsah, or your economist, financial and investment analyst. Let me go from there. One a lot of education. Don't say you're Ghana power tonight. You remember our next meeting with him. You remember Ghana the first one. I deal with the last IMF week. Now I get the last stuff. They are quite fast one. IMF week. We didn't have the shy. So I don't know if you are back. You may say